Till that Ethan Zuckerman, the man who invented pop-up ads, has apologized to the world for creating one of the internet's most hated forms of advertising. Yeah, not clicking that link. Kill the guy who invented auto-run ads. You ever had too many windows open and some bullshit ad for vaginal cream comes on full blast and you can't figure out how the hell to turn it off, so you smash your computer with a hammer? Someone else would have come up with it eventually. Sad. Reminds me of when Tim Berners-Lee apologized for putting the / in web addresses, as in the end of http://. He said they were unnecessary and it would have worked just as well as http. What is it with the Zucker people? I feel like this invention was inevitable. At least the guy who made it said sorry. There are probably a ton of other programmers who might not have been so apologetic. Has Zuckerberg apologized for any of the negative internet culture he has helped foster, or the data mining his company pioneered? It's cool, bro. Someone else would have made that shit up anyway. Reply all. Episode 3 is about this guy. Well, better late than never, I guess. Still waiting for the guy who invented autoplay videos with sound to step forward. You ruined NFL. Come, pal. Honesty is the best policy. Hope he apologized using a pop-up. The Ogzuk. An aside, I happen to know him. He's a legitimate humanitarian who has spent decades now doing amazing things for society. Nice person, too. He directed a project that helped people make better tech for the developing world at MIT and resigned out of disgust for the school taking money from Epstein and covering it up. He's going to run a similar project at UMass next year. His new students are lucky to have him. The Chad Zuckerman owning up to his mistakes vs the Virgin Zuckerberg doubling down on his mass hysteria fake news empire. Fuck the Zucks. Zuckerman, Zuckerberg, are we noticing a nefarious online trend yet? Good for him. Now uninvent them. Not enough. I demand a sacrifice. Someone else would have invented it if he hadn't. It's one of those inventions like the wheel. It created itself out of necessity. It's altogether likely that we are in a time loop with time travelers continuing to go back in time and kill the person who created pop-up ads. Zuckerman is the 47th person to have done it. We are in the 47th time loop. Another Zucker, damn. As someone that has had a block and subsequently uBlock installed for over a decade, I've almost forgotten what these are like. Not to detract from the pain that they are, but they're not that hard to mitigate. The people who invented the CAPTCHA need to apologize as well. The internet has been getting zucked since the 90s. Had to laugh. While reading the article, a pop-up ad appeared. It's all good, dude. If it wasn't you, someone else would have figured it out. Now, as for the a-hole that came up with the close X button that doesn't work, you need to be publicly flogged. Just click to accept the apology and you'll be entered into a drawing for a $500 gift card. Back in the late 90s, I also invented a JavaScript pop-up window. Everyone had one. If someone can be traced back to having made the first one, I am surprised. How is that even checked? If he hadn't, someone else would have done it. If he didn't, someone else would have. I mean, if he wouldn't have done it, someone else would have. Not good enough, Zuckerman. We want our pound of flesh. Better that he made it and felt the need to apologize, versus someone who made it and still think it's good. If it wasn't him, it would have been somebody else. I think we'd welcome that if it were the only form of invasive advertising. Facebook and its 15-second and unskippable ads on videos made me quit. Just waiting for the same on YouTube to become standard so I can quit that platform as well and become a productive person again. What about the asshole who invented karma whoring reposts? Have they apologized yet? /r/behole. $5 per year? It's gonna be 10 per month. He's done more than enough to make up for it. A really incredible man. He was one of Aaron Swartz's mentors, quit a high-profile job at MIT when Epstein ties came to light, and is one of the top American authorities on Mongolian sumo wrestlers. http://www. Ethan Zuckerman. com/blog/. Just looked up that guy's net worth. He should be worth a lot more than a couple million. Sounds like he got screwed. Quite literally a billion-dollar idea. The guy who invented ads with fake XS, hold my beer. Yes, I bet the idea just popped in his head one day. I feel like we should watch out for people with Zuck in their last name. I've never met an Ethan that I really liked. Where, exactly, is he apologizing from, _? Why do people with names that start with Zucker always come up with annoying stuff on the internet? If he's really sorry, he better find a cure for cancer. I took an intro to web development class in high school many years ago, back before pop-up blockers were really a thing yet. One of our projects was to create a website that was purposefully bad. I got a C on it. The teacher couldn't actually see the website at all to grade it because it immediately started loading pop-up windows as fast as possible, which blocked the entire screen. I'm still salty about that C. Apology not accepted. What's up with all these Zuckerfucks on the internet? Were pop-up ads ever really a problem? I remember them being a thing for a while, and then pop-up blockers arriving almost immediately afterwards. Why do all the Zucks gotta suck? Yo, fuck this guy. Props for apologizing. Fuck that guy though. I'm tired of learning this. So anything with Zuck in it needs to not be trusted. Got it? That mother Zucker. At a previous job we were asked to create a pop-under ad, a pop-up that hides itself under the active window so you see it later, by one of our larger advertisers. It was going to be very profitable but obviously drew some concerns. Our director of engineering asked us how we felt about it. I made the mistake of saying, I sure would not want to be responsible for that feature. Guess who got the assignment? Upon inventing the pop-up ad and realizing his error at the opening of Pandora's box, Zuckerman remarked, I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. It wasn't you, Ethan. If you hadn't done it, somebody else would have. It's just capitalism, baby. He should be apologizing for having those nails in 2020 first and foremost. Fuck Herman. Damn jackass, thought it was a good idea, oh yeah, cause it made him money, damn prick. Now if we could only get an apology from the asshole who invented videos that follow you as you scroll down a page. Hate you man, if not him, someone else would have done it. I think it's funny how much his name sounds like Zuckerberg. Honestly, apology or not, fuck that guy. I mean, he may have been the first person to put his name behind it, but surprise advertising isn't anything new. Magazines and newspapers have had pop-up ads for decades. If he didn't invent it, somebody else would have. Has the person who created JS modal pop-ups apologized? That shit's worse as it's harder to block. People still see pop-up ads. If he didn't invent it, someone else would have. What's even worse is that they actually work, and that's why you still see them today. Working in web development, I thought that most people just close it or bounce, but it's shown time and time again that pop-ups increase engagement. So it's hard to convince a client not to use them. You know those radio ads where two people with annoying voices yammer back and forth? I invented those. https://www. Reddit. com/r/thesImpsons/comments/479pqt/u_no_radio_those_where_2_people_with/ Zuckerman, Zuckerberg, all these Zuckers and their inventions. https://udb/vdmjqcjmbtc. And what about the guy who invented those captchas that force you to select images of buses that take an eternity to fade away, only to tell us that we got it wrong at the end? Where does he live? If he hadn't, somebody else would have. If it wasn't him, it would have been someone else. This reminds me of the early days of DVD. I was one of the first DVD authors. Before that, we built what were called trailer pods for VHS rentals that would play a group of trailers before the movie. People would of course fast forward through them. So when I was learning the DVD spec, I took note that as an author I could disable individual remote functions for individual video clips. When I authored my first DVD, I told the studio, and I assume you want me to force it to play the trailers and disable skipping, fast forward right, but the guy did not yet even understand that could be done, or why he'd want to do it. So I left it open for skipping and fast forwarding. Of course, within a few months I was being asked to disable skipping and fast forwarding on all trailers. They would have done that eventually anyway. But still I feel bad.